over relevant inducements and irrelevant inducements, just because not every inducement is the same. So we're going to have a look at some theory example, and then we're going to go into some practical example as well. So let's get into it. So on the left, you can see we've got a relevant inducement, and then on the right, we've got irrelevant inducements. We're going to go over relevant inducements first. So those who have been trading for a while will identify this pattern right here as a change of character or as a QM. QM/charge. Okay, this here is a liquidation because we've taken out a high, and then we've broken this down here, and this is a QM/charge because we have taken out the low that broke this high. Now, a lot of new traders or traders who trade smart money, who aren't too keyed up on liquidity, they will be looking to enter where I have this purple box. Now, this purple box is what we like to call a retail trap, as it is where dumb money, or say for example, it's where people who aren't too intelligent or clued up on liquidity like to enter. And as you can see, price comes down and it goes all the way up, takes them out as they would have their stop loss here, and we tap into something like this. For me, this is what we call an MSU, okay? You might also hear some people call it FBOS, okay? And that just stands for fake break of structure. So once we get this MSU plus FBOS, that is sign for me that we have had a relevant inducement. Now if we go over to this side here, okay, price is trending down and we just keep getting breaks of structure, okay? Okay, we keep getting breaks of structure. Now what we do is we come and take out that high, and some people might see this here as a retail trap, and then price gives us what? A QM or a change of character. And then people would be looking to enter here. Now, why can't we enter here? Well, notice one thing. Before this inducement, we haven't had an MSU. And the likelihood is, if those with a keen eye have spotted this, they will see that at the top of this, if we come and take that high out, that would then be your MSU plus FBOS. Okay, and maybe we tap into something up here. So why is this relevant and this is not? The simple reason is because we have not had a QM/charge beforehand. Okay, so here, see when we liquidate this and people are looking at this as the retail trap and the inducement, where has the QM/charge been? Price comes up, it goes down, they take out that low. Best case scenario, they are break even. However, that QM/charge has happened now. The likelihood is we're going to come up here to grab that FBOS and create that MSU. Okay, so now let's have a look at some chart examples. Okay, so here on the chart, we have Euro USD on the 5 minute. Okay, and as you can see, I've got these little triangles right here, below and above each candle. Okay. Now, what am I using to get these? Well, this is just an indicator called Fractals by Nephew Sam. These are the settings. When it comes in, it usually is free. That way, you get quite a few more white triangles. However, we want to be really, really selective, and we just want to show that we have these 5-point ones. Now, what does this actually mean? So, say for example, this here is a candle. 2 candles to the right, we have a higher, and 2 candles to the left are higher. So you can see, for example, on this candle right here, 1, 2 are higher, and see for this candle, 1, 2 are higher than this middle candle. So that is what you call a fractal, and this is what we define as a high or a low. Okay, so when price comes and takes this, that there is our liquidation. Okay, right here is our QM. Okay, so I'll just label that up. QM LQ. Okay, so now we must take out the low of this for it to be an MSU. Okay, MSU. Okay. Yet again, here we take out LQ. We then have that QM. And now, where would our MSU be? It'd be right here. MSU right there. Okay? So now using that logic, we can see that as soon as we liquidate this, we start to move up. So say, for example, just for argument's sake, you entered right here on the liquidation with 25 pip stop, and you were targeting up here. That would have got you a nice 1 to 4. Yet again, using the same logic, if we entered here on this MSU with the same stop, say for example we target it down here, that there would be an 8-hour trade. Okay, so now let's get on to some more examples. Okay, so once again we're on Euro USD, and as you can see we've had our liquidation here, and then we've had our QM here. So now what we need to see is this become our MSU or FBOS. Okay, and that happens there. From there, yeah, again, if we're just using that same logic, not focusing too much on entry, we could simply just use a 25 pip stop loss and target these equal highs up here. But obviously, if you remember this day, you can see that price absolutely skyrockets. Lovely stuff. So now let's get on to another example. Okay, final example for this video. Yet again, you can see we've got this high here. We then come and liquidate it. We then come and give a QM. And now up here, yet again, this is where we see that FBOS. And as normal, sorry, FBOS or MSU. Yet again, if we're using that same logic from before, not focusing on entries too much, we can look to see with a 25 tick stop loss, you know, we could target these lows down here for a 4-hour trade, or, you know, this low to the left right here for a 5-hour trade. Yet again, those with a keen eye will have seen it happened again, yet again, in the same day. So we could have looked for another trade. So we get this FBOS, we get the liquidation first. We then get the the QM, and then we get that FBOS / MSU right here. And yet again, you know the drill by now. If we were using that same logic, just using a 25 tick stop loss, targeting down here. That's an easy 10R in one day. And obviously this price did actually fall yesterday. So if you just bear with, this could have been an even better trade. I believe targeting these lows from Wednesday would have got you over 40R over both trades, I believe. Yeah, just under 40R. So that's basically the inducements, just to go over it again so everyone is on the same page. Relevant inducements must have an MSU / FBOS. Irrelevant inducements don't have an MSU / FBOS. If you've got any questions on this, feel free to ask them, and then move on to the next video when you're ready.